Now, I'm not sure whether you can even find this particular brand of milled sphagnum, and I'm certainly going to be looking once I run out, because I have the remains of a case of bags that I've been using for about 10 years. But basically, you know, throw it down, the milled sphagnum on the top, it covers the seeds, it stays wet, and also it stops any damp off, any mildew, those kind of things, funguses, molds, all that stuff. Last time I read up on it, it supposedly has a bacteria in it, and that bacteria creates hormones which stop that stuff from growing. So I always make sure I coat my stuff down, my seedlings down with it, because you're going to put the humidity dome over top of them, and after you get that humidity dome on there, everything's trapped inside, so you got to have some kind of help. Otherwise, you know, your whole garden will just turn into a mass of white fungus, mold, mildew, and that'll be it. You'll have to start all over or head for the greenhouse, and you know how much I hate going to the greenhouse. So there we go, we've got it on, and I'm going to get the seeds out of the way and we'll mist it down. I guess we'll shoot this from a ways back. If you've watched any of the other videos, you've probably seen my thermometer, and I'll just take that and put that in somewhere, and we get the spray bottle out. You got to kind of start easy with the milled sphagnum because it's real light and airy. You start squirting it and it wants to move around on you. You could very easily just blow it right off the tray until you get it soaked down. So you just kind of go easy and move around it. This is how I've been doing, just to plant that milled sphagnum down on top of the seedlings and get ready to go for the outside. And it's still cold out there. My gosh, I don't think it's ever going to warm up here. Ohio weather is just not cooperating this year. Got onions out. And I haven't put any garlic in for a while. Still in the process of reclaiming the land back there that was overgrown and taken over by pines. And in a standard backyard lot of about 80 by 80, I had 35 pine trees. The fellow I bought the house off loved pine trees, and that is, I just wanted to show you that, you know, you can put a fair amount of this water on just so you get them good, because what might look like a real good coverage from the top, if you come back in a matter of just a little bit of time, you'll notice that it's not all that saturated, and it soaks in, soaks down. I've never had a problem with mold or mildew or anything like that as long as I've used the milled sphagnum and a good heavy coat. I can see where I need to touch up a little bit here and there. That's about it. The seeds are all in, and we're going to get ready to put the seeds under the lights and on the system. As you can see, I'm getting pretty tired of squirting them down, and I have used most of the bottle of water, so there's a fair amount of moisture in all of this. I used a gallon and about a gallon and a quart to mix up one full bag of the Jiffy Mix, which is Walmart, Kmart, regular Jiffy Mix, and it's a soilless mix. It's what I've been using for years. I've had real good results with it, and mix that up, put it into the trays, or the tray, and then I like to try to hit it from every angle. That way I know every seed's got some moisture on it. And I've just about used up the entire quart bottle, and I'm getting ready to throw them in onto the system. Now I will keep them on the system and I have a heat mat in the system, thermostat, got the thermometer in there, which I got to pull that up just a little bit so I'll be able to read it. And I want the thermometer at the front. I don't know why I'm putting the thermometer clear at the back, but there we go. Just little things to keep me busy on Saturday afternoon, keep me out of my wife's hair too. So, you know, it's what I love to do. This is the best part. This is the show about to begin here. And you'll have a chance if you come back throughout the days, probably 3 or 4 days anyway, before we see anything. Maybe almost a week, about a week to 10 days before we see it all coming up. Okay, what we've got is the heat mat, which can be purchased at just about any garden place. And also, with the heat mat, there is a thermostat ball. This goes down into the soil, and then it goes up to the thermostat itself, which is right there. I've got it set for 78 degrees. So by putting the thermostat ball down into the soil, we can be sure that our seedlings will get started right at the 78 degrees that we want to be at. So what I'm going to do is try and pick this up and get it over there, get it onto the heat mat. There we go. Heat mat is on. It'll shock the living daylights out of me every chance it gets. There is the garden sitting out onto it. So with that, we're going to get the thermostat in here somewhere. And anywhere is probably a good spot, I guess. We'll get it around the back and just shove it down into the soil. Get the wiring out of the way. We're ready to throw on our humidity dome. We've got it all straightened up, and wait for the temperature to come up to 78 degrees and see what happens. Okay, to give you an idea of what we got, this is the complete stand, the one that I built about 20 years ago. I'm running 3 4-foot fluorescent tubes, no special bulbs. They do sell special bulbs, and those are down to the point where they're just sitting right on top of the plastic. The heat mat is underneath, and maybe we can get an idea what it looks like from a side view. In the phone books, I keep those in there for adjusting up and down the heights of different things. And there's a side view of the flats, and we're ready to go. The only thing I can say now is grow, baby, grow, and come on back to Ken's Backyard Garden for more.